I I like it. I wasn't a fan of it at first because I thought it was a done deal. It was going to be The Rock versus Roman. But I think because of the fan outcry, because of just the amount of Cody fans that were just on Twitter crying, on YouTube disliking, it was like over 600,000 dislikes. Oh my God. I think WWE looked at it, specifically Triple H, and said, okay, let's use this in our advantage and let's pivot a little bit. Let's go with the whole, all right, Rock is a heel. Play the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart. And one time. Now, before we start, I understand that we have a lot of new viewers, so thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell as well, and enjoy this video. Go to, so the slap heard around the world happened on Thursday. So last week we talked about Cody Rhodes not finishing the story, and this week on Thursday there was a press conference. And Roman Reigns was like, yeah, I'm going to face The Rock. And, you know, they were hugging it out, talking about the bloodline. The story has been happening since Roman Reigns became the Universal Champion. And then all of a sudden, Cody Rhodes came out of nowhere and said, this is BS. And pretty much cementing himself as Roman's next opponent for WrestleMania. And why are people surprised? Because of what he said on SmackDown, where he was like, I'm not going to face you in WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take your belt, but not in WrestleMania. And then The Rock came out and, you know, stared down everything like that. And then all of a sudden, Cody Rhodes, he said, hey, you guys as grandfathers would be ashamed of yourselves. And The Rock smacked Cody in the face, and then everybody just was all over the place and stuff like that. And then The Rock, I guess he turned heel, and it's a version of The Rock we've never seen before, where it's like this very intimidating enforcer Rock. Like it's crazy because after Cody said that, Roman and The Rock like got closer, and as they got closer, you could see like Cody's face. It was like he looked a little terrified. Them dudes is huge. I'm like, yo, these are two bodyguard bouncers, like 6'2", 6'4", 270. I'm like, this shit is crazy. They play football, so it's like, yeah, they got them. I'm like, and they got damn,
Polynesian or Samoan jeans.
I'm like, damn, man. I see why he was terrified, but I'm just First of all, what is your reaction to just going from everything that transpired last week to now we're at this point where Cody said, I'm going to face Roman in WrestleMania, and it's been confirmed he's going to face Roman in WrestleMania. And then we have the Rock storyline. What is your just reaction to everything the past week and a half?
Now, the one thing I want to know is people have been saying, oh, it was a work. I don't think so. I think they had to do damage control and pivot the storyline, and this is what we ended up with. What should have been this. First of all, Cody should have finished the story last year. That's just honest. Like, he should have finished the story last year. We would have been on something completely different by now. But this should have just been how it was on last SmackDown. I mean, seriously, they should have just let Cody say, hey, we're gonna fight The Rock at WrestleMania instead of having to do all this extra stuff. But it does the heel Rock turn. You know, hey man, I mean, interesting. I think it's very interesting, and you know how it's crazy, how like if you noticed, have you seen that clip when they was like backstage and The Rock was talking to Triple? If you notice, it's kind of like him and Roman switch. Like you could tell who was the dominant figure in that whole scenario. So it was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, because Roman, ain't you supposed to be the tribal shit? That's supposed to be you up there checking. Hey, I'm just saying, Roman was looking a little small.
Yeah,
he was
bro.
looking a little small next to The Rock.
Yeah. The Rock was doing all the talking.
Yeah.
He smacked Cody in the face, not Roman.
Mm-hmm.
When Cody said what he said about their grandfathers, The Rock was the one that spoke on the mic.
Yep.
Hey, man.
There may be some type of foreshadow. Maybe they could use that, turn that into some type of Roman feels like he's trying to, The Rock is trying to muscle Roman off his position, and maybe that's how they end up feuding or whatever and fighting later down the lane. Hey, man, just pay attention to that. Just
try to Lil Bro him.
Yeah, definitely Lil Bro him.
Lil Bro him right there. He's like, hey, you may have the championship, but don't forget, I'm the dude on the board. I'm your boss.
Mm.
So, I like it. I wasn't a fan of it at first because I thought it was a done deal. It was going to be The Rock versus Roman. But I think because of the fan outcry, because of just the amount of Cody fans that were just on Twitter crying, on YouTube disliking, it was like over 600,000 dislikes. Oh my God. I think WWE looked at it, specifically Triple H, and said, okay, let's use this in our advantage and let's pivot a little bit. Let's go with the whole, all right, Rock is a heel. Because if you think about it, this makes a lot of sense. Because after The Rock left again, this is after him and John Cena feud, there was like all these different rumors, specifically involving him and Vin Diesel with Fast and Furious, and like the way like he's very like the way that he sort of acts like he has this ego and all this other stuff, and also with John Cena when he talked about, you know, I met Dwayne Johnson, I don't like Dwayne Johnson and all this other stuff. It makes a lot of sense from the fact that, okay, he went to Hollywood, he had the whole Hollywood Rock sort of thing. And then he came back, he turned face, but then John Cena called him out. CM Punk called him out. He left again, and reports of him with Vin Diesel comes out. Black Adam and all that situation comes out. And he comes back again when Cody, his story, and Roman Reigns' story, and then he gets a board position.
Yep.
It makes a lot of sense. In the grand scheme of things, like he's going the whole, well, The Rock, he's an asshole now. It's not this Hollywood Rock where he, you know, he's being funny and everything like that, cracking jokes. Like, no, if you play with me, if you say the wrong thing, I'm gonna smack you in the face type of Rock. Like that. That's the type of Rock that I like it. I think it makes a lot of sense in sort of his transition to his career as of late, because it's just all the things that have been coming out about him with working with different people and stuff like that in different movies. So it makes a lot of sense. It does.
Yeah, honestly, it really does.
It really does. But it's
because if you look at his Black Adam role, that man showed like no emotion in that movie.
Besides screaming.
Yeah.
Besides screaming, it's like he knows how to scream.
Yeah, even in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that would too.
Jason Statham had to carry the leading performances.
Right. But yeah, so yeah, The Rock, man, it's a good move by WWE. It's a good pivot at the last minute, because boy, oh boy, if they would have just had Roman versus The Rock, it would have been a terrible, terrible situation, because it was looking like it's gonna be Seth versus Cody Rhodes, but now that Cody's going to be going up against Roman, it's going to be something else.
Here's what they should do. They should let Cody win in the WrestleMania, and then start the Rock versus Roman feud. Because it could be Rock could be all like, how'd you lose to blah, blah, blah. You making a bloodline, blah, blah, blah. You know, stuff like that. They could work with that.
There's several ways they can go about it, honestly. It really is. There's several different ways they can go about it. They've really put themselves in a great position to where they can do so many different things with these storylines and stuff, because there's so many different people in play when it comes to WWE. And so I don't know how it's gonna end because there's still like 3 months left until WrestleMania. They could change it up again. Who knows? But regardless, I just can't wait. And Seth Rollins was just in the background. I don't even know why he was just there.
Yeah.
He's just being a company man and stuff like that.
They did my man dirty.
Yeah, they call number 2. Yeah. He said, "Go number 2. Go to." I'm like, damn.
What happened to that?
They
man,
disrespect
Seth?
him.
He was one of the guys at one point.
He was, and they disrespecting him. Number one, he should have lost the title against Shinsuke, but they just want him to be this invincible force. It's very sad. It really is. So hopefully this WrestleMania we get new champions. Cody Rhodes. The only problem I have with Cody Rhodes winning is afterwards. Like, he's not the greatest personality. So I don't know how that's gonna work afterwards, but we'll see. Let's go to
Look, cold world, still a cold world. And a couple of y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that sick shit and it's still no cure. Hold up.